This is why buying advertising like this for the vast majority of people is more than a waste of time and money. It is wholly counterproductive. Paying for traffic for your YouTube channel is not going to bring you the success you want. Rather, it's going to lead to a confusing mess for all involved. It will neither benefit your channel growth, your audience, your bottom line, nor Google's ability to help you get your content ranked and serve it up to people who want to see it. The only people this will benefit are those selling the advertising space in the first place. A lot of my viewers have their own YouTube channel or their ambitions to have their own YouTube channel. So in this video, I want to tell you about how I took on the offer of a free advertising campaign that guaranteed to give me 5,000 views on a video of my choice. And while that promise was comfortably delivered upon, the results weren't really what you might think. So stick around for this video and I will explain to you why you should never pay for advertising for your YouTube channel. So let's rewind a little bit and we'll go back to the beginning here. So this company called StatStory approached me to try out their advertising offering, which is basically paid for advertising to promote a particular video of my choice from a YouTube channel. The pitch was very simple. It sort of went, hey, I came across your channel scrolling through YouTube and thought your content was pretty sweet. It's a bit generic, it doesn't really mean anything. It's quite clear this email went out to an awful lot of people. So I work for a company that does YouTube marketing and we can deliver views by running ads on your videos. Very simple. Then they went on to talk a little bit about the benefits and all this increased exposure and engagement and all this kind of thing. So all I had to do was get in touch with them for some free credit. So first of all, this actually went to my spam, went to the bin. I saw it, wasn't really that interested. They got in touch again, got into a conversation with the rep, and basically I got $40 worth of credit, and that was going to guarantee me 5,000 views. 5,000 views for $40. They have various pricing structures where dollars bought coins and coins will buy advertising, and they have all these different packages to suit, you know, all different pockets. But by my calculations, this was worth about $40, and that's cheap. It's definitely cheap. So I think you have to accept a certain standard of advertising for $40. You aren't going to be getting a Times Square billboard here. And beyond that, you know, if you're selling something, you probably aren't going to have folks breaking down your door to give you their money, or in this case, their full attention on your video. So these guaranteed views then, I was interested in how they were going to guarantee views. Simply put, they run ads on their partner networks and they keep them going, they keep them ticking over until you get 5,000 views. So by hook or by crook, my video should see an improvement of 5,000 views by the end of this experiment. Okay, so that's fair enough. I already had a fair idea of the implications of 5,000 paid views on a YouTube channel, but what I made clear was that I wanted to make a blog post about this and I wanted to make a video about this, what you're watching right now, because I thought this kind of information would be good to anybody who's running a YouTube channel or thinking about getting a YouTube channel or has a YouTube channel and they're thinking about paying for advertising. The issue is that the draw of guaranteed views is massive because views equals exposure and exposure equals growth, right? Well, that's the idea, and there isn't a YouTuber out there who doesn't want more views. As I say, particularly new channels who are battling to get some kind of foothold in this massive space and trying to draw in new subscribers. You see, we create stuff, so we want people to see it and we want people to enjoy it, and we would probably all happily sell our granny to get close to the level of some of the biggest and best on YouTube, but you can't force the process. You just have to build engaging content that people are going to enjoy or find useful. To be honest, I wasn't expecting a lot from this experiment. Despite the suggestion of greater engagement and increased watch time in the pitch, I was skeptical exactly how much benefit paid for views are actually going to provide for a YouTube channel, but I wanted to know, and honestly, one way or another, I thought it would make a decent video. So with that in mind, I chose a video that was reasonably successful for my small channel, but where the traffic had very much slowed down almost to a halt. In essence, I wanted to pick a video that had its day in some respects and was ready for a boost. So I chose a video reviewing my first 183 days using the copy trading tools on Etoro. If you're interested in seeing the actual video itself, I'll leave a link in the description and you can check it out after this one. But here is a look at how the video had performed up to the point right before the paid for views started to kick in. So the video performance to the 5th of January had 1,417 views, 91 hours. It had brought a single subscription to my channel, which and made about 27 quid in ad revenue. It actually represented a pretty good baseline to see how paid for views could improve the stats on this particular video. And just finally, it's worth noting that the average watch time of this video was around about the 3-minute and 53-second mark, with a click-through rate of around about 6.9%. I think that's pretty decent overall, certainly decent for my channel. So come the 6th of January, the campaign kicks off, and in YouTube Studio, I can see that the views are rolling in. Views are updated in real time, but the thing is I couldn't see the full impact this advertising was having on my video, as many of the stats don't actually get updated for a couple of days. I knew I had to wait a wee bit longer to see the whole picture, I could see a few more likes in the video, but there were no comments and not much change in the subscribers. So were people even watching? Were they interested? How long did they watch for? Where were they coming from? Were the viewers the kind of viewers I hoped to get? Are they interested in personal finance at all? Was my content helping them? These are all questions I had to wait for at least a few days. But when those results came, they were hugely interesting and they were actually worse than I anticipated. Let's have a wee look. So first up, the things I expected. Low watch time, 43 seconds average watch time, over 5,000 views. That is pretty abysmal. That's pretty bad by anybody's standards, and that's on a video of over 10 minutes long. I had known up front that these ads would not be particularly targeted, so I was expecting some unusual locations when compared to my usual demographic, and I got that in spades. India, Brazil, Mexico, Vietnam, Colombia, Pakistan, Peru, these were my top hits throughout these 5,000 views. It's not really what I was going for when you're a UK finance YouTuber, you know. I got some likes, that was pretty good. I expected a few through sheer weight of numbers. I got 160 out of 5,000 people seeing it in their hearts to leave a like, so thank you very much, one and all. What I didn't expect was 0 views from the United Kingdom, and what I didn't expect was only 24p in ad revenue. 24p from 5,000 views. Further, being an Etoro video, there's a couple of affiliate links in there if people wanted to click those links and sign up for some services and whatever else, but they also appear to have yielded £0 and 0 pence. Financially, it's been a non-starter, that's alright, but what it has done is this experiment has taken a reasonably decent video by my channel's standards and turned it into a complete turkey in terms of watch time. These 5,000 views have cut the watch time by 2 minutes and 29 seconds, taking the percentage viewed overall to about 13.5%. Ouch. In fairness, the retention could be poor for a number of reasons. First up, we have to appreciate that people chose to click the link in the thumbnail to begin with. So there is a suggestion that they were at least interested in the topic or the thumbnail. Something made them click. So therefore, having done that, they have decided after 44 seconds that they've seen enough. So we need to go back to the clicks. Were they just curiosity clicks? Perhaps the content wasn't good enough for them. It wasn't quite what they were expecting. Considering the geography of the clickers, perhaps language was a problem. Perhaps the host just wasn't good looking enough. What I don't know from this video and what I don't know from the stats is what the click-through rate was. That's the CTR. So this would tell me how many times this video was offered to potential viewers before someone clicked on it. A CTR of 100% would mean that everyone who was offered this video clicked on it. By comparison, a CTR on YouTube is considered pretty good at around 6%. So if we're looking at the countries listed, we are talking about countries with pretty massive populations, pretty dense populations. So it could be that this video was shown to millions upon millions of people in order to get those 5,000 views. In all likelihood, the CTR in this video is probably a tiny fraction of 1%, but I have no sure way of saying that. But there's even more to think about. So looking at the traffic sources for my video, that's the video that was being watched prior to my video being clicked. You could hardly say that they are in the UK personal finance space. There is clearly no pattern here at all. So given this scattergun approach, the click-through rate is probably terrible, the watch time is definitely terrible, the engagement is pretty awful too, and YouTube is left scratching its rather sizable digital brain wondering what on earth is going on and probably deciding that, all things considered, this video is probably complete rubbish. You can't grow on YouTube like this. YouTube has no idea who to show this video to, no idea who's going to enjoy it, who's likely to hang around and watch some of it and keep them on the platform. This is why buying advertising like this, for the vast majority of people, is more than a waste of time and money. It is wholly counterproductive for the growth of your channel. There's this train of thought that your videos shouldn't even be promoted anywhere outside of YouTube. Just let YouTube find a place for your video naturally and let YouTube use everything it knows about your video and its users to match your video to interested users. But that's the subject of a different video, I think. Watch time and session time on YouTube are such key metrics for creators, and this paid for scattergun approach to advertising just isn't going to satisfy either of those metrics. Like all these other social media platforms, YouTube want to keep users on their site, so the longer people stay on the platform because of one of your videos, or the more videos people watch after they've watched your video, the more YouTube will push that video. That's what makes channels grow. YouTube will continue to expose your videos to new users because people who have watched the video watched a large chunk of it and reacted positively. YouTube pushes videos organically that have good watch time and good engagement. So looking at my video here, an average of 44 seconds for 5,000 views from all corners of the world on a 10-minute video in less than 24 hours is more likely to ruin a channel than help one grow. So that all kind of got a bit dramatic towards the end there. So where are we now that this 5,000 views has passed? Well, look, we're back to normal on the views for the video, coming down to around 30 views per day. I've picked up a couple of subs from it in the last week or so, so nothing's really changed. What is clear though is that there has been absolutely no return users from those 5,000 views. Nothing has made a dent in any other videos, and without any subs or comments, I highly doubt those viewers are going to be back for more. The best I can really hope for is that YouTube give me another chance and let this video find its way to a natural audience again. So the interesting thing is, if that advertising had been targeted at people in the UK interested in personal finance or the Etoro platform, I wonder would I have seen a better response. Maybe you need to check this one out next.